Hello friends, welcome to the channel Physics by IITians. Today we will discuss some questions related to mathematical physics that has been asked in the previous year papers. So let's start. So this is the first question. This is related to matrix where you have been asked to find the incorrect option out of these four options for the matrix M that is given as 0, 1, 1, 0. So first option is it its own inverse, means the inverse of this matrix is equal to the matrix itself. Second is it is equal to its own transpose, and the third is it is non-orthogonal, and the last option says the eigenvalues are plus minus 1. So let's do this question. So firstly we have to find the inverse of this matrix. So we can use this general formula, like suppose you have been given a matrix A, that is A, B, C, D. So for a 2 by 2 matrix, you can easily find the inverse by writing A inverse as 1 by determinant of A and multiply by the matrix. So we will replace these elements. A and D will replace their locations. So D will be here and A will be here. And the C and B will change their sign. So it will be minus C and it will be minus B here. So this will be the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. The determinant you can easily find. It is only AD minus BC. The multiplication of these two elements minus multiplication of these two elements. So for our case, the matrix M, so the matrix M has values 0, 1, 1, 0. So the inverse will be the determinant of this matrix multiply 0, 0 will replace their position, but it will not make any sense or change. So 1 and 1 will change their sign. So it will be 0, minus 1, minus 1, 0. It is the inverse of this particular matrix. The magnitude or the determinant you can easily find by multiplying these two elements. This is 0 minus multiplying these two elements. This is 1. So it is minus 1 only. So the determinant is minus 1 and the matrix inverse is 0, minus 1, minus 1, 0. So it will be 0, 1, 1, 0. That is exactly equal to the original matrix M. So the first option is correct, but you have been asked to find the incorrect option. So this will not be your answer. Now the second question says it is equal to its own transpose. So you can take the transpose of this matrix. So for transpose, for the same matrix, suppose A is A, B, C, D. The transpose is given as the row will become column. So the AC is a row, it will become column. So it will be AC like this. And the BD is another row, it will again become a column, it will be BD like this. So for the original matrix M, if you take row as column and column as row, the same matrix you will achieve. So because the transpose will comes out to be the equal to the matrix original matrix. So this option is again correct, but you have been asked the incorrect option, so it will not be correct. Now the third option said it is a non-orthogonal matrix. So you have to know what is an orthogonal matrix. So the basic definition of an orthogonal matrix is its row vectors have are a unit vector. Unit vector means the magnitude of the row vector will be 1. So you can check that the first row is 0, 1. So the magnitude is 1 here. And the second row is 1, 0. Again, the magnitude is 1 here. The first criteria is successfully completed. Each row vector is a unit vector. That is correct. Now the second criteria is the two rows are orthogonal to each other. Means if you multiply the row R1 with R2, it should come out to be 0. So you can check that 0 multiplied by 1, it will be 0. 1 multiplied by 0, it will be 0. So the multiplication is 0. So this is an orthogonal matrix. But the option says this is a non-orthogonal matrix. So this option is incorrect. So this is your correct answer. Let's check the fourth option as well. You have been asked to find the eigenvalues. So the basic definition of finding eigenvalue is writing the characteristic equation. What is characteristic equation? Characteristic equation is written as A minus lambda I determinant that is equals to 0, where A is the original matrix, lambda is some eigenvalues, or I is a identity matrix of the same order as A. So in this case, M is a original matrix of order 2. So we will write M, that is 0, 1, 1, 0, minus lambda times I, that is lambda here, 0 here, 0 here, lambda here, because identity matrix is simply 1, 0, 0, 1, and multiply by lambda, it will be lambda 0, 0, lambda. You can solve this subtraction. It will be minus lambda 1, 1, and minus lambda. The determinant should come out to be 0. It will give you the characteristic equation. So the characteristic equation is lambda square minus 1 equals to 0. From here you can find the two values of lambda. This will be plus minus 1. So eigenvalues are plus minus 1. So this option is again correct, but this will not be the correct answer because incorrect has been asked. So in this way you can solve this question. Let's move to the second question. So this is our second question. In this question, you have been asked to find the symmetric part of this matrix. The matrix is P is equals to AB is a column matrix, and this A minus 2 in and B, it is a row matrix. So you can just take a multiplication. So you will multiply this row by this column. So the first element will be multiplied by the first element. So it will be A multiply A minus 2. Similarly, this A minus 2 will be multiplied by B. Again, you will take this B as a single element and multiply each row. So you can find this multiplication as A times A minus 2, B times A minus 2, and again A times B and B times B, that is B square. So this will be the multiplication. But you have been asked to find the symmetric part of the matrix. So let's see what is the meaning of a symmetric part. Suppose you have been asked, given a matrix A, the symmetric part, before symmetric part, this A matrix can be written as A plus is transpose divided by 2 plus A minus its transpose, A is transpose divided by 2. So in this case, you can check that if you simplify this equation, the transpose of A will cancel out with the minus transpose of A. So this will again give you the original matrix. So if you write this A matrix in this case, so this is called symmetric part of a matrix, and this is called SQ symmetric part. So here we have been asked the symmetric part. So this is your P matrix. So you will first take the transpose of this matrix. So the transpose will be this row. First row will become a first column, and the second row will become a second column. So this will be the transpose of P. So the symmetric part will be P plus P transpose divided by 2. So you will just add these two metrics and divide it by 2. So you will get the answer as A minus 2, B, A minus 1, B, A minus 1, and B square. So the correct answer will be option D here. Let's move to the third question. Before moving to the third question, there is an announcement. You can join our test series where there will be full test, subject by test, and the both. And you can join this test series by clicking on the payment link in the description below, given below. And there will be also a registration link where you will find all the tests. Okay, let's move to the third question. The third question says, there is a matrix multiplication that is equal to 15. You have been asked what this particular equation represents. So first of all, we will take the multiplication of this three matrices. This is a row matrix, this is a square matrix, and this is a column matrix. So first of all, we will multiply this square matrix with this column matrix. So the multiplication will be 5 times x minus 7 times y. This will be the first column, first row. Again, first column, second row, it will give you 7x plus 3y. So this will be your first multiplication, and you will get a column matrix. How you can say that this is a column matrix? Because you are having a single column. Or you can check that the order of this matrix is 2 by 2, and the order of this matrix is 2 by 1. And if you take this, these are common, so multiplication is possible, and the multiplied matrix will have order of 2 by 1. So this is a 2 by 1 matrix. Now you have to multiply this by a row matrix x, y, and this should come out to be 15. So this matrix is of order 1 by 2, and this is of the order 2 by 1. So multiplication is possible, and the output matrix will be a single element because 1 by 1. So you will just multiply this. You will get x times 5x minus 7y plus y times 7x plus 3y is equals to 15. Now you can simplify this expression. So this will be, I can write here. So this will be 5x square, and this y plus 3y square, so it will be 3y square, and this 7xy and this 3xy, so this will be minus 4xy is equals to 15 here. Now you can simplify this expression by taking some uh, by making it a complete square. You can make it a complete square. So sorry, there is a confusion. So this is x multiply 7y and this is y multiply 7x. So this will cancel out. So this product will not be there. So this is the same your expression. 5x square plus 3y square is equals to 15. If you put this 15 in the denominator, you will get 5x square plus 3y square divided by 15 is equals to 1. And you can further simplify this. So you will get x square by 3 plus y square by 5 is equals to 1. So this is your equation of an ellipse. You know the equation of ellipse? There are basically three types of equations. The first equation can be x square plus y square goes to a square, where the denominator of x square and y square is 1 or equal. So this is the equation of circle. And if these are unequal, suppose this is a and this is some other number b, so then we call this a ellipse. And if this sign plus sign is not plus, it is negative, that is suppose a here minus y square by b here, so we call it a hyperbola. But in this case we are having a plus sign and also the denominators are different, so it is the equation of ellipse. So the option a is eliminated, it is not a circle, and option d is eliminated, it is also not a hyperbola. Now it is a ellipse, but we have to find the semi-major axis of this ellipse. What is the semi-major axis? So first of all, we will see that the denominator of y square is more than the denominator of x square. So this is a ellipse that is symmetrical about the y-axis. This is like this because its major axis lie along the y-axis. And the denominator part indicates b square term and denominator part here indicates a square term, where a and b are the major and minor axis respectively. So in this case b square is equal to 5, so the major axis it will be equals to root 5. So the answer will be a ellipse with a semi major axis of root 5. So answer B will be the correct answer. Answer C will not be correct. In this way, you can simply multiply the matrix and find the obtain the expression, and using the expression you can identify which type of figure or is this. Okay, let's move to the next question. So the next question is, you have been asked to find the product PQ of any two real numbers that are symmetric matrix P and Q. Means P and Q are two symmetric matrices, and you have been asked the product PQ is symmetric or not. You have to ask the symmetricity of this P into Q product. Okay, let's move. So how can we proceed? Firstly, we know that P and Q are symmetric matrix, and symmetric matrix means the transpose of P will be equal to P, and also the transpose of Q will be equal to Q. So this is the property of a symmetric matrix. And what is a SQ symmetric? Suppose A is a matrix. If its transpose comes out to be minus of A, then we call A as a SQ symmetric. So we have to check this PQ. So PQ, we can say that suppose this is PQ and you take the transpose. The properties of transpose says that if the product is there, you will just change the order. So it will be equal to Q transpose times P transpose. And the Q transpose is equal to Q here. And also P transpose is equal to P here. So the PQ transpose is equal to QP. But we cannot say is a symmetric, because if it is PQ then we can say, but it is QP. So these PQ can be symmetric if we anyhow can say that PQ and QP are equal. So this is the answer, that they will be symmetric if our PQ and QP are equal. If they are equal, then this will be equal to PQ, and then we can say easily that the transpose of a matrix is equal to its original matrix. Okay, so this is the answer of this question. Option C, symmetric only if these two products are equal. Let's move to the third question. So this is the next question, where you have been given a matrix M that is 1 by root 2 iota 1 1 minus iota. This is your M matrix, and you have been asked the eigenvalues of this matrix. So firstly, you can see that there is a 1 by root 2 term, and if you ignore this term, there is a property of eigenvalues. Let me write here. The properties of eigenvalues are, suppose a matrix A has eigenvalues lambda, then if you multiply this matrix by some number, suppose k, then the Ka matrix will have eigenvalues that will be k lambda. Means the multiplication in the matrix will simply multiply the eigenvalues with that number. Similarly, for our matrix M, that is 1 by root 2 times iota 1 1 iota. So in this matrix, so just we ignore this number 1 by root 2. So we can say that if we take some simple random matrix like n matrix, that is equals to iota 1 1 iota, and find the eigenvalues of this matrix, and for m matrix we will simply multiply those eigenvalues by 1 by root 2 term. Okay, let's find the eigenvalues. How to find? We use, for the eigenvalues findation, we just find the characteristic equation. A times a minus lambda I determinant is equals to 0. In this case a is this, so we'll find iota 1 1 iota minus lambda 0 0 lambda is equals to 0. So this you can say that 1 iota minus lambda, 1 here and again minus lambda is equals to 0. And from here you can find the equation like iota minus lambda whole square minus 1 is equals to 0. And from here you can find the values of lambda. So you will find two values of lambda, that will be iota plus minus 1. These will be two values of the eigenvalue for the matrix n, and for m you can simply multiply these values by 1 by root 2. So the matrix m will have eigenvalues that are 1 by root 2 times iota plus minus, this is iota term 1. So these are complex eigenvalues, not imaginary. If they are imaginary, there will be no real part. But we are having real part as well as imaginary part here. So the option B is eliminated, option D is eliminated, and option A is also eliminated. It says real values, it again says real values, and it says purely imaginary values. So these three options are eliminated. So option will be C here. You can check that modulus of these eigenvalues are 1, because the modulus of this will be iota square, mean that is, if you take the modulus, it will be 1 square plus 1 square root, that will be root 2, and we have a product of denominator root 2 term already. So this root 2 by root 2, it will be 1. So the eigenvalues of this matrix are complex with a modulus 1. Okay, let's move to the next question. Here we have been given two n by n matrix P and Q. Here P is a Hermitian matrix, but Q is a SQ or anti-Hermitian matrix. So you have been asked to find that which combination is a Hermitian matrix. There are four combinations, and out of these four, which one is a Hermitian matrix? So first of all, let me tell you the properties of Hermitian matrix. A Hermitian matrix property is, suppose this matrix P is a Hermitian. So if you take the complex transpose, complex conjugate transpose of a matrix, if it comes out to be equal to P, then it is called a Hermitian matrix. It is similar to a symmetric matrix, but in that symmetric case, we didn't take the complex conjugate. We are just take the transpose. But if we take complex conjugate and transpose both, then it is Hermitian. Similarly, Q is an SQ Hermitian matrix. It means the complex conjugate transpose of the Q will come out to be minus times of Q. So it will be SQ Hermitian. Now, using these two statements, you have to find which of these four options is a Hermitian matrix. Let's suppose for PQ. So PQ you can write that PQ complex conjugate transpose. It will come out to be transpose of two matrix, means you can just change the order. So it will be Q times P and Q transpose and P transpose. So it will be Q here and P conjugate here. So this is not equal to PQ. If it is PQ, then it will be Hermitian, but this is not equal to PQ, so you can ignore this. Again, you can take this as an example. So here again, iota term will be outside, and you can take the PQ term here and take the transpose conjugate. So it will be Q transpose conjugate, and again P transpose conjugate, and times iota here. Now Q transpose will be equal to minus Q, and the P transpose conjugate will be equals to P. So it will be minus iota times Q P. So this is not equal to iota times PQ. So it is also not a correct answer. So you can ignore this statement. Now move to the third statement. So it is P plus iota Q. So you can take the conjugate and then transpose. So it will be P conjugate transpose plus plus iota Q times conjugate transpose. So it will be P conjugate transpose is equals to P here. Iota conjugate is minus 1 minus iota, and Q conjugate transpose will be again minus Q. So this is equals to P minus and minus will become plus times iota Q. So taking the conjugate transpose of P plus iota Q, you are again getting the same matrix P plus iota Q. It means this is a SQ Hermitian matrix. So this is your correct answer to this question. You can check for this also, but you will again get that this is not a Hermitian matrix. So friends, this is all for this video. You can have any doubts, so you can put them in the comment section, or you can ask us on the Telegram channel here. Also, if you want to join our interview guidance program that is already active, you can join that by paying the link on the link given in the description below. If you like this video, please like this, share this, and subscribe to our channel. Okay, thank you.